So now we have all of our angles happening outside the circle. If I've got two secant lines, they're going to cross outside the circle like that. If I've got a secant line and a tangent, they're going to cross outside the circle. And if I've got two tangents, they will cross outside the circle again. And so we want to see what is the relationship when that angle happens with the two arcs that it creates. So when it's happening outside the circle, the measure of the angle formed is equal to half of the difference of the intercepted arcs. Remember, when it's on the circle, it's just half of the actual situation. My notes got a little messed up there. Sorry. And when it was inside the circle, it was half of the sum. Now that it's on the outside of the circle, it's half of that difference. So this creates arc BD right there and CE up there. So that measure of angle A is equal to subtracting those angles. And as you look at it, should it be BD minus CE or should it be CE minus BD? We always just use the big minus the small because it's not a negative angle. So we've got CE minus BD. Again, with those arc signs on top, all divided by 2. So again, difference means subtraction. So I'm going to subtract those two arcs and then divide by 2. And the situation is going to hold true for any type of these external situations. So even though it's a secant and a tangent, I'm still going to do that bigger BD minus BC all over 2. That's equal to the measure of angle A again. And then the last one, which I think is the most like beautiful part of this. I just really like it. This big guy out there, that BDC, again, it's a major arc because it's larger than 180, minus BC is all going to get divided by 2 to equal angle A. So what's nice for us is this pattern is consistent. So basically, what am I going to do with 65 and 161, 171 and 51? And then I'll have to get creative for this last one. But for those two examples right there, I'm just subtracting the big minus small and then dividing it by 2 to get that angle. So for that angle U, it's going to be 160 minus 65 all divided by 2. For this angle K up there, it's going to be the big 171 minus 51 all divided by 2. So this unit, as you're seeing, every situation, we're either keeping things the same or we're doing some variation of a division by 2. So for both those angles, the first one, angle U, gives you 48. The second angle K gives you 60. And now the last one, I couldn't just say it's as straightforward because we've got this arc of 105 right there. Okay. And then you got to kind of think a little bit that what should this outside arc be? When I was looking at my notes, I was like, oh, 360. Well, the whole thing is 360. So that purple arc there is going to be 360 minus 105 because the purple and the blue together make 360. So that 105 taken away gives you 255. So when I subtract them, I can now find my angle X. So the measure of angle M in this case is going to be 255 minus 105 all divided by 2. When I subtract those, I will get 75 degrees. So again, looking back, if we have an angle on the outside, we're going to subtract and then divide by 2. If we have an angle on the inside, we're going to add up those two arcs, divide by 2. If we have an angle on the circle, we're just going to cut the arc that it makes in half. Keep checking out more videos if you need any more help with circles.